everyone, welcome to another deep dive with us.
Yeah.
Today we're tackling Mailermatic.
Oh, yeah, Mailermatic.
It's this new email marketing software.
Yeah.
And honestly, their marketing is, well, let's just say it's pretty bold. They're throwing around terms like world first technology, alpha mesh automation,
Right.
promising like 90% open rates even for cold traffic,
Wow.
unlimited everything,
Oh, wow.
list subscribers, emails, you name it.
Okay.
And all this for a one-time payment of $297.
Really?
Down from $997, of course.
Wow. That's quite a deal.
It sounds almost too good to be true, right?
Yeah, I mean, got to be a little skeptical.
Exactly. So, like always, we're diving in to see what's real and what's, well, maybe a bit exaggerated.
Absolutely. You know, marketing's all about grabbing your attention.
Yeah.
But we're here to help you sort through all the hype and figure out what's really going on.
Exactly. So let's break it down. Mailermatic's basically saying they're the answer to every email marketer's prayers,
Good.
right? No more spam filters.
Right.
No more complicated tools that cost a fortune every month.
Yeah.
Just you upload your list, hit send, and boom, profit.
Okay.
Even with cold leads, they say. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely intrigued, but also a little wary.
Yeah, it's smart to be cautious. They're definitely tapping into some common frustrations email marketers have. Deliverability is a big one, for sure.
Yeah.
Getting your emails past those spam filters and actually into someone's inbox, it's a constant struggle.
Right.
And then there's the cost. Traditional email platforms can be pricey, and figuring out how to use all those features,
Yeah.
it can be a headache.
Definitely.
So the idea of something simple and affordable, well, it's very tempting.
Totally. And they're throwing in a whole bunch of features to make it even more tempting. They've got built-in SMTP,
Okay.
this alpha mesh automation thing, whatever that is, spam-safe technology, unlimited lists, subscribers, broadcasts, automations.
Oh, wow.
They've got drag-and-drop templates, custom branding, analytics. It's a lot. What jumps out at you? Like, for someone thinking about using this software, what do you think is the most important thing to focus on?
Well, I got to say, that alpha mesh automation thing, that's got me curious. They don't really explain how it works, but it sounds like some kind of AI system.
Right, right.
They claim it optimizes for deliverability, which, if it actually does what they say,
Yeah.
that could be a real game changer.
Yeah, imagine if it could actually personalize sending times or figure out the best subject lines to avoid those spam filters.
Right. That would be huge. But, of course, we need more than just their marketing claims to know if it lives up to the hype.
Absolutely. Because let's be real, any email platform can claim to have some magical solution for deliverability. And speaking of big claims, let's talk about that built-in SMTP. A lot of their testimonials highlight that as a big plus.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with having your own SMTP?
Well, it can actually make a big difference in your deliverability and your sender reputation. See, a lot of platforms use shared SMTP servers,
Okay.
which means your emails are basically sharing a ride with a bunch of other senders. And if one of those senders is doing shady stuff, it can hurt your reputation too, even if you're playing by the rules.
Makes sense.
With your own SMDP, like Mailermatic says they offer, you have more control. You're not at the mercy of other people's bad practices.
So it's like having your own lane on the email highway instead of being stuck in traffic with a bunch of reckless drivers.
Exactly. You're in control of your own destiny, so to speak.
Okay, so built-in SMTP, potentially amazing AI for deliverability, all sounds pretty fantastic. But what about those glowing testimonials they've got all over their website? People are raving about everything from the customer service to how easy it is to use. Are those testimonials enough to convince you?
Well, testimonials can be persuasive, but it's important to take them with a grain of salt. We don't actually know anything about those beta testers.
Right.
Are they experienced with email marketing? Do they have any connection to Mailermatic?
Right.
And their claims, while positive, they're pretty general.
Yeah.
It's easy to use, it saved me money, but there aren't any specific examples or data to back up those claims.
Good point. And you know what else stood out to me? That limited time offer they're pushing.
Oh, yeah.
$297 for lifetime access, plus bonus email templates and even some email marketing training. Seems like a classic marketing tactic to make you feel like you have to act now.
Oh, definitely. You see these limited time offers all the time. And, well, they have a way of reappearing later.
Right, right.
So I wouldn't get too caught up in that urgency. And those bonuses, they're worth a closer look, too.
Yeah.
Are those templates actually good quality and relevant to what you need?
Right.
Is the training actually valuable or just some basic information?
Okay, good points. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, especially with all those big promises and glowing reviews, but I'm glad we're taking a step back and looking at this critically.
Yeah.
So, are there any other red flags, any potential downsides we should be aware of?
Well, that unlimited everything claim, that definitely raises some eyebrows.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, yeah, even with the best technology, there have to be some limits, right?
Right.
And if you dig into their FAQ section, they do actually mention that initial uploads are limited to 1,000 subscribers at a time.
Oh, okay.
They say they might change that after the launch.
Right.
But for now, that's the restriction.
So technically unlimited, but with a practical limit. That makes sense, I guess. They're probably trying to manage server load and prevent abuse.
Right.
But definitely something to keep in mind if you have a massive list.
Right.
What else? What else should we be thinking about?
Well, it's crucial to remember that even with the fanciest tools, your success with email marketing depends on doing things the right way. Building your list ethically.
Yeah.
You can't just buy a list of random email addresses and start blasting them with promotions.
Right.
That's a quick way to get flagged as spam and ruin your reputation.
Totally agree. No software can replace building genuine relationships with your audience.
Exactly. It's about providing value, respecting your inboxes, and being authentic.
Yeah, Mailermatic might make sending emails easier, but it doesn't take away the responsibility of doing it right.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about the good, the potentially misleading, and the ethical side of things. But how does Mailermatic actually stack up against the big players in the email marketing world? The MailChimps, the Active Campaigns, the ConvertKits of the world.
Yeah, good question.
I mean, that one-time fee is super tempting compared to those monthly subscriptions those guys charge.
Right.
But are you giving up features or support for that lower price? What do you think?
It's hard to say for sure without actually using Mailermatic
Right.
and comparing it side by side with those other platforms.
Right, right.
We'd have to look at things like ease of use,
Yeah.
automation capabilities, template options, how good the analytics are, and of course their customer support.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible Mailermatic gives you everything you need at a fraction of the cost, but it's also possible you'd be missing out on some key features or the kind of support you get with a more established company.
So it's a trade-off. You might save money up front, but maybe you miss out on some of the bells and whistles or that reliable support.
Exactly.
This is where that whole do your research thing comes in.
Absolutely. Before you jump on any offer, no matter how tempting, it's crucial to do your homework. Don't just rely on what their marketing says.
Yeah.
Look for independent reviews from sources you trust. Compare Mailermatic's features and pricing to its competitors, and really dig into the details behind their claims.
Right, right.
Try to find case studies or data that back up those promises of amazing deliverability and open rates.
Okay, so we've got potential upsides, some things to be wary of, and a lot more research to do. Let's dig deeper into some of those features in part 2.
Welcome back. Let's dive a little deeper into this alpha mesh automation.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this.
Me too. It's like the core of their whole pitch.
Yeah, they're saying it's revolutionary.
Right.
Like AI that personalizes your sending times and optimizes everything to avoid spam filters.
Right.
Suppose
If it actually works the way they say it does,
yeah.
it could be huge for your deliverability.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. We need to look beyond the buzzwords, Every email platform claims to have some secret weapon for deliverability.
Right.
The real question is how this alpha mesh automation actually works.
Yeah. Is it actually different or better?
Right. Than what's already out there.
So what do we actually know about it? Well, based on their marketing, it sounds like they're using some form of machine learning to analyze data about your subscribers.
Right.
Like their engagement patterns and the performance of your past campaigns.
Okay.
And then supposedly this AI engine, it makes changes to your sending times.
Right.
And maybe even your email content to try and get you the best chance of landing in the inbox.
Okay, so it's not just about sending at a specific time, like some platforms suggest. It's about tailoring the sending time for each subscriber based on their behavior.
Yeah, that's the idea, at least. And if they've actually figured that out, I mean, that could be massive.
Right. Imagine if you could automatically send your emails to each person at the exact moment they're most likely to open them.
Right.
That's like next level personalization.
Exactly.
But how do we know if if it actually works. They don't really give us a lot of technical details in their materials.
That's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
They make these big claims, but they're very vague on the specifics.
Right.
Like, what kind of data are they using to train this AI?
Yeah.
What are they optimizing for?
Right.
Without that information, it's really hard to know if their claims are valid.
It's like they're saying, trust us, it's magic, but we're not just going to take their word for it. What kind of information would you need to see to be convinced that this alpha mesh automation is the real deal?
Well, for starters, I'd want to see some hard data.
Okay.
Can they show a real increase in deliverability rates
Hmm.
for people who are using this feature?
Yeah.
Do they have any case studies or independent testing that supports their claims?
Uh-huh.
And ideally, I'd love to understand the algorithms, the logic behind this
Yeah.
AI.
Right.
What factors are they considering? How are they measuring success? Transparency is really important when it comes to claims like this.
Yeah. Transparency and evidence. Those are two things we always look for in these deep dives. And, while we're talking about things that sound maybe a little too good to be true,
Yeah.
let's revisit that unlimited everything claim.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it earlier, but I'm still not totally sold. Unlimited subscribers, unlimited emails,
Yeah.
all for a one-time fee. I feel like there's got to be a catch somewhere.
Yeah, you're right to be skeptical. Unlimited is it's a marketing term that often comes with some fine print.
Right.
Remember, we found that initial uploads are limited to 1,000 subscribers at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though they say they might change that later.
Okay.
But even if they do, I'm curious about the practical limits.
Yeah.
How well does their system actually scale?
Right.
Can it really handle millions of subscribers and emails without any problems?
Yeah, and let's be real, most people aren't sending millions of emails at once. But even for those with smaller lists, it's good to know how the system performs under pressure.
Absolutely.
Can you rely on it to deliver your important campaigns, without any delays or glitches?
Right.
These are the kinds of things you might want to ask their customer support about.
Yeah.
Or look for in user reviews.
Exactly. And don't forget, the size of your list is only one part of the equation.
Yeah.
The quality of your list is even more important.
Right.
Having a huge list of people who aren't engaged, that won't do you any good.
Right.
It's better to have a smaller list of people who are really interested in what you have to offer.
So quality over quantity, for sure.
Exactly.
So even if this unlimited everything thing is technically true,
yeah.
we still need to think about the practical side of it
Right.
and how important the quality of our list is.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how Mailermatic compares to the competition. They're a new player in a market that's already got some pretty big names.
Yeah, we've got the big guys like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. There are tons of them.
Right, exactly.
So what are the key things you would be comparing Mailermatic to those other platforms?
Well, first and foremost, I'd compare the features.
Okay.
What kind of automation does Mailermatic offer?
Uh-huh.
Do they have good segmentation options?
Right.
How detailed are their analytics and reporting?
Okay.
It's important to make sure they actually have what you need to achieve your specific email marketing goals.
And features are just one piece of the puzzle, right?
Right.
What about ease of use?
Yeah, good point.
Mailermatic's like really pushing simplicity. But some of those other platforms, they've been around for a while. They've had time to refine their user interfaces.
That's true. A platform could have all the bells and whistles, but if it's clunky and hard to use, it's going to be frustrating.
Right.
Ideally, you'd want to try the platform out yourself.
Yeah.
See how intuitive it is.
Uh-huh.
But if that's not possible, look for user reviews.
Okay.
See if you can find some demos online.
Right.
To get a feel for the user experience.
And of course, we can't forget about pricing. Mailermatic's one-time fee is super attractive,
Right.
but those other platforms, they have different pricing plans.
Yeah.
So you gotta compare apples to apples.
Exactly.
Is Mailermatic actually a better deal in the long run?
That's the key question. Remember, those monthly subscriptions,
Right.
they usually come with ongoing support and updates.
Yeah.
With Mailermatic's one-time fee, you're basically buying the software as it is right now.
Right.
Will they keep providing updates?
Yeah.
Will they give you support?
Uh-huh.
What happens if you run into technical issues?
Well, yeah, right.
These are all things to think about.
And another thing is integration.
Oh, yeah.
Does Mailermatic integrate with the other tools you're using, like
Right.
your website, your CRM, your e-commerce system?
Exactly. Yeah.
Seamless integration can save you so much time and hassle.
Absolutely. You don't want to be stuck manually importing and exporting data between different platforms.
No, nobody wants to do that. So when you're comparing Mailermatic to the other options out there,
Yeah.
take a good look at those integration options.
Right.
Make sure they work with your current setup.
Exactly.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot to consider besides just the upfront price.
Oh, yeah.
It's about features, ease of use, support, updates, integration.
Right.
It's about finding the platform that really fits your needs and your budget.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to email marketing platforms.
Right.
And that's why it's so important to do your research, to compare your options, to read those independent reviews.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so we've talked about the features, we've analyzed the claims, and we've compared Mailermatic to the other players in the market. But before we wrap up, I want to go back to those bonus offers.
Yeah.
The email templates and the email marketing training.
Right.
Are those actually worth factoring into your decision?
Well, they could be, depending on what you need.
Okay.
Let's start with the templates. They're offering 100 pre-designed templates.
Right.
Which sounds impressive.
Yeah.
But the real question is, are they any good?
Right.
Are they visually appealing? Are they mobile responsive?
Yeah.
And most importantly, are they customizable?
Mm-hmm.
You want to be able to easily change them to match your brand's colors, fonts, and style.
Right. So it's not just about the quantity of templates, it's about the quality and how flexible they are.
Exactly.
You don't want to be stuck with a bunch of generic templates that don't represent your brand.
Exactly. And you also want to make sure that templates are structured in a way that encourages people to engage and take action.
Right.
Do they have clear calls to action?
Yeah.
Are they designed to guide the reader's eye and make it easy to do what you want them to do? These are the things that separate a good template from a mediocre one.
Okay, so let's say the templates are good.
Yeah.
What about the email marketing training? Is that something you would recommend for someone who's thinking about using Mailermatic?
I think it depends on your experience level with email marketing.
Okay.
If you're a complete beginner,
Right.
some basic training could be helpful to get you started.
Yeah.
But if you've been doing email marketing for a while,
Yeah.
you might not learn anything new from a generic course.
It's like anything else, right?
Yeah.
You get what you pay for. A free bonus training might not be as good as a paid course from a real expert.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's worth checking out the course curriculum or the syllabus if they have one,
Right.
to see if it covers topics that are relevant to your needs and your skill level.
So basically those bonus offers could be valuable,
Right.
but we shouldn't let them be the deciding factor.
Exactly. Don't get blinded by the bonuses.
Right.
Focus on the core features of the platform.
Yeah.
And whether it's actually a good fit for your business.
Okay. So we've looked at the features, we've analyzed all the claims, and we've compared Mailermatic to the competition. But before we move on, I want to circle back to one of the big questions we started with.
Okay.
Is Mailermatic truly a game changer,
Right.
or is it just another marketing gimmick?
Honestly, it's still too early to say for sure.
Yeah.
We need more information, real-world user experiences,
Mm-hmm.
independent testing
Right.
to really make a judgment. Mailermatic definitely has some appealing features,
Yeah.
especially that one-time pricing.
Right.
But like with any marketing, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to do your research.
So the jury's still out.
Right.
But we've given you the tools and the insights to start forming your own opinion.
Exactly.
What are your initial impressions of Mailermatic?
Yeah. What are you most excited about?
And what are your biggest concerns?
Yeah, those are great questions to think about. And here's another one. Even with the best technology, the most amazing marketing promises,
Yeah.
the key to successful email marketing is still the same. building genuine connections with your audience.
Right, right.
Provide value, respect their time, be authentic.
Yeah.
Those are the principles that will lead you to success no matter what platform you choose.
Well said. And email marketing is always changing. What are some of the big trends on the horizon? What should our listeners be aware of as they're evaluating their options?
Well, personalization is becoming more and more important.
Yeah.
The days of generic mass emails are over.
Right.
People want emails that are relevant to them, to their interests.
Yeah.
This means using data to segment your lists and tailor your messages.
So it's all about treating our subscribers like individuals, not just, numbers on a list.
Exactly. Another trend is the rise of interactive email content.
Oh, interesting.
Think polls, quizzes, animated GIFs,
Mhm.
even shoppable elements right there in the email.
Wow.
These interactive elements can make your emails more engaging,
Yeah.
less like a static brochure,
That's pretty cool. It's almost like having little websites right in your inbox.
right?
And of course we can't forget about mobile optimization.
Oh yeah, that's crucial.
Most emails are opened on phones now.
Right.
So your emails have to look good and work well on smaller screens.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like the future of email marketing is all about personalization, interactivity, and mobile first design.
Yeah, I think so.
And those are some key things to keep in mind as you're looking at Mailermatic
Right.
or any other email marketing platform.
Exactly. The email marketing landscape is constantly changing.
Yeah.
So it's important to stay up to date on the latest trends and best practices.
Welcome back for the final part of our Mailermatic deep dive. We've covered a lot, but there's one more thing from their marketing that I got to ask about.
Oh yeah.
They're claiming 90% open rates, even with cold traffic.
Ah yes, the dream of every email marketer.
Right.
But yeah, it's smart to be skeptical about that kind of claim.
Is it even possible? I mean, 90% consistently.
Well, you got to remember, open rates, they depend on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Your industry, how good your list is, how relevant your content is, your sender reputation, even what time you send your emails.
So probably not realistic to expect 90% across the board.
Probably not.
Yeah.
They might be cherry-picking data,
Right.
or highlighting some unusual cases to make their software look better.
And even if they could get those open rates, it doesn't necessarily mean those emails are leading to sales or anything.
Right. An open doesn't equal engagement.
So what other metrics should we be looking at?
Well, you want to look at click-through rates,
Okay.
conversion rates,
Mhm.
and ultimately your return on investment.
It's about the big picture, not just, one flashy number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of the big picture, email marketing it's just one part of your overall strategy.
Right.
It's not a magic solution. You need a more well-rounded approach using different channels and tactics.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, no matter how tempting it might seem.
Exactly. Diversify your efforts. Focus on building a strong brand presence in different places.
Okay, so we've analyzed the features, we've been critical of the claims, and we've talked about the bigger marketing picture. Any final thoughts on Mailermatic?
Honestly, I wouldn't recommend or dismiss any platform without, trying it out myself.
Yeah.
Or seeing more evidence to back up their claims.
Right.
Mailermatic definitely has some interesting things going for it.
Yeah. That one-time price it's pretty unique.
Right. But like with any marketing, you got to be careful. Do your research.
Don't just take their word for it. Look for those independent reviews, compare what they offer to other platforms, and most importantly, think about how it fits your specific needs and goals.
Exactly. And remember, the most important thing is building those genuine connections with your audience. Provide value, respect their time, and stay true to your brand. That's how you succeed with email marketing, no matter what platform you're using.
That's a great takeaway. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Mailermatic. I hope you all feel a little more informed and ready to make your own decisions about this platform.
Yeah. And if you have more questions, feel free to reach out.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive, tackling a new topic. Until then, happy emailing!